Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. How you doing today? Hope you're having a good day out there. Hey, do you have a 403B? Maybe about time that it's going to get a little cheaper. I'm going to go over that here with you today. For those of you who don't know, we actually manage IRAs, Roth IRAs, things like that for our clients, long-term investments. We build our own portfolios. But if you have a 401k, a 403B, a TSP, I can still help with that, and we do. And so a lot of times I'm going through people's 403Bs. They give me the laundry list of funds that they have to choose from. Man, and it's frustrating what happens inside these 403Bs. I've given them grief in previous videos as a really, really expensive plan. I don't know why, but in a 401k you seem to have a lot of choices. In a 403B, you have a lot of choices, but they're all really expensive, and they're all the other classes of funds. Did you know there are actually different classes of funds? You could actually buy this fund or this fund. They're exactly the same, identical, run by the same exact company, in many cases the same actual fund managers, but this one costs a lot more. What's the deal? Well, the Supreme Court is about to hear a case which actually failed in the lower courts initially. They appealed, they got to the Supreme Court. They're going to hear a case on how 403Bs have excessive funds. Let me give you an example. So what I'm going to do is pull up two funds here. This is the Fidelity Growth Opportunities Fund, and this is the normal, it's called the institutional class shares. You got an expense ratio here of 0.81, no front load or anything. And if you look inside of it, just do the allocations real quick. I'm sorry, the holdings. This will be easier to do the holdings. You got Microsoft 6%, Google 4%, Amazon 4%. You can see what's going on here, right? You got this fund. Well, we go over to the exact same fund, but a different class of funds, and all of a sudden, your expense ratio just went up. Why? Why did it go up? There's no reason for it to go up. Also, the front load is all of a sudden there. You know what a front load is? A front load basically says, for every dollar that you put in, we're going to take 5.75% of that up to $25,000, and then beyond that, we'll start giving you a little bit of a break. So you're paying just for the right to buy the fund. Why? What are we doing there? So anyways, look at the holdings of this fund. Microsoft 6%, Google 4%, Amazon 4%. You see what's happening there. It's the exact same thing. This is the retail type fund that they offer, and this is the institutional fund. Did you see what happened there? Did you see the numbers? You see, I'm flipping back and forth. I'm going back and forth. See, the numbers aren't changing? They're not changing, because they're exactly the same. The only difference is the fees. Now, in the court proceedings here that they're going to put in front of the Supreme Court, they said that these fiduciaries failed to use any of several available methods to monitor and reduce the plan's cost and record-keeping services. In other words, they're just saying, we realize they're the same thing, but you're going to charge a different amount. What's the difference, right? So this is a big deal because, A, you might end up with a 403B that now has to have more choices. If you could have the institutional class of funds, or you could have the retail class, which one are you going to pick, right? And not only that, you shouldn't have the choice. You should just get the lowest opportunity there is. And if they're acting as fiduciaries, why would they choose one that costs more over the other? If they're identical. That's a hard one to fight there, I think, in this case there. But what's really important about this is it also means that there's potential for lawsuits. Because if the Supreme Court says, yes, 403Bs haven't acted necessarily on the lines of fiduciary that we would ask them to, and so therefore we're asking you to change, well, that means that all the other funds all of a sudden are now opening themselves up to customers going, why am I in this fund? It's the only choice you gave me. Why am I in this one when there's this one that's exactly the same, but it's cheaper? I would like my fees back. I would like to go after you for those sort of things. So there's a little bit to play there. Now, as far as the returns, you go, I don't know, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Let's take a look. Over a 10-year period here is the Fidelity Growth Opportunity Retail Fund versus the Institutional Fund. There's a difference of 20+% in returns, right? That's 2% a year. You're looking at the difference of 2% a year over a 10-year time period. No wonder people say, those fees, they kill me. If you're paying, like here at Jazz, right, we obviously charge, but I'm going to make you feel bad how much stuff we're doing. Every week a class, every weekend an email, nonstop reaching out to you to see what's going on, helping you with every part of your financial life. All right, we don't charge 2%, of course, but you can see it on our homepage. But if you did pay somebody 2%, you better be asking them to do a whole lot. I need to see something. Do something for me. You better come over and cook me dinner or something. So the fact that These funds are identical aside from the fees, and yet there's a 20% difference. Well, that's a lot of money. That's 20% difference. And if you don't know any better, you're working your job for 10 years there, right? You got these funds, the market's doing good, whatever, and you find out you missed out on 20%, right? You got $1 million at the end of your life or whatever you decide to retire, 500,000, 100,000, whatever. Oh, you're going to be mad. Anyways, I just thought I'd bring that to you today. We'll see what happens, and hopefully the sort of decision there is, why is there just a menu of funds to choose from? Why don't you tell the person, here's a bunch of target date funds, but really you could pick anything you want. You want to go buy Tesla, you want to buy like Nvidia or something, yeah, go for it, right? Why are we limited to just fund choices that they put in front of you? Anyways, I hope this helps here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. We do the whole thing where we ask you to subscribe. You're going to press the button and we shake hands on it. It's all good, right? All right.